Hello and welcome to Awesome Bros, and this week on Beer Time Tuesday, we're catching up on some beer mail that I got while I was out for the last 5 days. Now 7 days. Yeah, it's been crazy. So if you guys haven't checked out last video, you might not know that I'm now a dad. So a little baby girl showed up last Monday, so I've been quite busy, not sleeping, or if I'm sleeping, then not working on Awesome Bros. So if you haven't heard about Awesome Bros in the last week, then there's the reason for it. But no worries, me and Max are working on awesome projects, but also upcoming videos. So uploads will keep rolling in 2 times a week. Don't be scared. So when I came back home with my new daughter and my girlfriend, I had a beer box waiting for me. And this beer box is very important for me because I think it's some beers that I have high regards towards them. I'm talking about Omnipollo, Mikkeller. These two are amazing breweries and they're brought to us here in Canada by Craft Brand Co. Yes, they are contracting those brews out there in Brunswick Beer Works in Toronto. This is how we're able to get those freshly produced beers in LCBOs, which I think it's crazy. It's amazing to see those creative brews coming in the market at the same time playing with the other players that we have here in Canada. It just showcases that we have a lot of variety, but also a market that's important enough to show up with those more international renowned breweries. So you might have been asking, what's Omnipollo? Who's Mikkeller? Who the hell they are? Like, how does it work? Here's my little intro into the Omnipollo and Mikkeller world. So of course, these two breweries are widely known around the world for their amazing beers that they're doing. Mikkeller, I know them from my last trip, or my trip I did in Reykjavik, Iceland. The origins of the brewery date back to 2006, where Mikkel Borg Bruks, I think it's how you pronounce it, started his own brewery out there in Denmark to just brew his own amazing beers. But today Mikkeller is widely known across the globe and boasts an amazing amount of beer bars across the map. Locations such as Los Angeles, Japan, Berlin, Madrid, Reykjavik, New York, it's everywhere. And I think that Mikkeller has such a nice, friendly approach towards their branding, very unique way to describe their own beers, and they do have an approach to classic styles, and also they can go out there with the more inventive and creative style of beers. So what's Mikkeller bringing here in Canada? It's the Peter Pale Ale. So Peter Pale Ale is a classic little pale ale. It pours with an orange colored vibe. Nice thick foam on top. Yes, the carbonation tends to kind of like go lower a little bit after a couple of sips, but I find that it's a nice, easy pale ale with lots of fruity notes. I get a little bit of citrus, more like on the candied citrus side of things, which is very cool and very refreshing. Clocking at 4.6%, you will see them a lot more often in your local LCBOs here in Canada, or if not, pretty much everywhere across the globe. This transition brings us to Omnipollo. If you have never heard about Omnipollo, then 2 years ago they released a beer here in Canada called Zodiac, which was an IPA. And if you remember a couple of older videos, the Zodiac is one of our favorite IPAs from the year it was released, when we did our little top 3 of the best beers we've had through the year. So Omnipollo is a very specific and very niche way to do beer, I think, and it's very original. Mostly they don't own a brewery. Yes, they started out there in Stockholm, Sweden, brewing some of their beers very creatively. This is not a word. Started in 2011 by brewer Hinnock Fenty and artist Carl Grandin. It's a collaboration between the brewing arts and the literally visual arts. And you can see it from the cans that they're doing and from the styles that they're brewing. Omnipollo has bars a little bit across the globe, not as big as Mikkeller, but they do stand out with amazing styles such as Graham Cracker Imperial Stout, and they do those soft serve beers, which is very, I think it's creative, it's cool. Bring them, we'll taste them. And what are they bringing here in Canada? First off, I already talked about it, Zodiac IPAs, brewed with Columbus, Citra, Centennial, both with nice citrus note, a little bit of grass tones to it, smooth malty backbone, and a little bit of that nice yellow hazy tint. I think it's one of the nicely balanced IPAs that you can find out there on the LCBO shelves. Of course, there's also very good options on the Ontarian side. No shame. Then we have the Raspberry Anyara, American Pale Ale brewed with fresh raspberries and lemon juice. I'm pretty sure this one is gonna be a kick-ass summer beer. Can't wait to try it out. It's out there in the fridge. Started with something a little bit lighter to do the video, and I won't review all 6 of them in front of the camera. If you want to see more of those reviews, then check out our Instagram. That's where I'm gonna be posting stories and pictures of those beers. Then comes along Bianca, which is a Mango Lassi Gosa. It's a Gosa brewed with rock salt, lactose, mango puree. It's summer in a can, literally. And from what I've heard from Craft Brand Co., it sold out quite quick. No worries, fresh batches are coming out. Be on the lookout this summer for this amazing little Gosa. Then last but not least, Prodromus, a chewy imperial stout at 11.5% ABV. This stout is brewed with vanilla, cocoa nibs, cookie dough, which was deep fried over a charcoal fire, which is quite crazy. But if you have seen me reviewing this beer, it's heavy, it's bold, it's definitely one you want to share with friends because literally the can, you can't really handle it. If you do it, then congrats. But I think it's some of those beers that you have to share with friends. And who am I to say? Beer is always better shared with friends. So overall, Craft Brand Co. is bringing amazing new beers to the Canadian market. They've been importing for 6 years here in Canada. Now it's been 3 years that they're experimenting with brewing, and just over the last couple of years releasing amazing beers from Omni Polo and now McCullar. From what I've heard in the release, which I'm not gonna state them because you're gonna check them out to make sure you follow them and get all the info, but there's amazing other breweries from across the globe that are coming up in Canada thanks to Craft Brand Co. That's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you want me to review some of those beers, then leave a comment down below. I'll make sure to check them out and create an awesome video for this. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe because that's the cool thing to say on YouTube, right? Cheers.